Hello and welcome everybody on our new series on climate risk stress test. Today, what's on our agenda? Reputational risk. And to find out more, I'm joined by Julia.zima. She's a recognized expert on this topic. I'm happy to having you here, Julia.
Thank you very much, Klaus. I'm also happy to be here.
Julia, what's it all about reputational risk? I recently came across a headline when it says this could be climate change and so on, could be a kind of a new dieselgate for the financial industry. And this, from my perspective, looks like reputational risk. So can you explain a little bit further, please?
Yes, of course. So, reputational risk in general, I think, is something that everybody has a grasp of what it means, especially because it is something that concerns absolutely every company, not just banks. So, in the end, reputational risk is the risk of generating income losses due to a hit in a company's good name or standing. For example, in the context of banks now, a bank could lose existing or potential clients after large media campaigns, putting the bank into a bad light because of financing bad projects. So, during times with a lot of pressure towards climate change, a bank being involved in environmentally harmful projects, um, if this bank would be involved in bad projects, this could significantly harm its reputation.
Okay, I understand that reputational risk is related to the loss of the reputation, obviously, as you explained. But how does it really work? I mean, how does it lead to financial losses? Can you elaborate on this a bit?
Of course. So there are several ways how reputational risks could materialize. Think of the following. A financial firm is setting up green funds or issues green bonds. At a certain point, journalists find out that besides this good projects, a bank is also financing CO2 intensive projects. The journalists therefore are questioning the real intention of the bank if they really want to be green. Well, the bank's clients involved in these green projects of the green bond um, would also question it. And because exactly these companies are probably more sensitive towards climate change and their reputation in this sense, they might cancel the contracts with the bank.
Great.
This would directly lead to income losses.
Okay, I understand. So basically, it is that customers walk away and the banks lose the income. So is it correct?
Exactly.
You say you measure it in terms of a impact on the profitability of the firm. Which brings me to the next point I would like to ask you. I understand it is quite difficult to really measure it. I mean, in terms of numbers and quantitative results, which we all need, which the decision makers need. So how would you approach it? How can you quantify this?
You're absolutely right. It's not easy to quantify reputational risk. This is because this is a rather soft risk type. So, in order to measure it, you first of all must identify all potential income channels of a bank. After this is done, you must think about what could trigger these income channels experiencing losses. And then the question is, which reputational risk events could trigger these income losses? So now it becomes interesting. Let's say you identified potential transmission channels. Often, risks are measured using statistical models. These statistical models rely on historical data. Well, in the context of reputational risks and in the context of climate change, data is very scarce or not even existing. So you need to think about an alternative. Here, one possible solution is to rely on structured expert elicitation. Structured expert elicitation is a method where you elicit experts, which makes it possible to transform their opinions into statistical distributions and thus to quantify reputational risk.
Thank you very much, Julia. This was very interesting and revealing. And as always, if you want to find out more on this topic, please just consult our website. Thank you, Julia, again for the insights on reputational risk, and see you again soon.
Thank you very much, Klaus, for having me.